back at the shelter. So today I want to start on at least figuring out tarping this thing. Here's our tarp situation currently. These are all the tarps that I pulled off the old shelter. Now this main big one is very nice, but we put some rips in it to try and fold around the sides, and the top ended up poking some big holes all the way through. We did not do the best job of using this tarp the first time around, so it's not in the best of shape. And then we got this tarp, which is small, and that other small tarp, which is real mangled because we used it to go around that tree. All right, now we kind of loosely have the big tarp on top of the frame. Definitely not the final position, but just lets us inspect it a little bit. Right, so I was able to shift the tarp over a little bit to the left so that we have the edge of the tarp on this side. And there was this big tear over here, but now it wraps nicely around this tree. And this could either be cut off or just be turned into part of the wall. Our holes actually still line up to where our ridge beam is, so we could either just put these through the holes again, because I was already planning on covering this ridge part up with another tarp, or just leave it as is and cover it up with the other tarp. The only problem spot we still have is this back side, which I knew was going to be a problem spot because we have this tree. So it's coming together a bit more. Right now I'm figuring out how to do around this tree, and one thing I'm going to do is try and secure this piece of tarp like this. So I'm going to take this little piece of wood, roll it up in the tarp a little bit, kind of make a little bunch. Now I'm going to get my zip tie out, and I'm going to go underneath that little bunch. Put the zip tie around the log underneath it. And voila! That tarp is attached. For this end of the tarp, I just zip tied and kind of rolled in under itself on this stick. But of course over here we have that tree to contend with. And so I'm going to see if I can do something similar with this piece that I just prepared. These are just kind of a mess, so I think I'm just going to try and roll them up together, and then we'll patch it up with the other tarp. Kind of hold those back side flaps on, I'm going to try and find a piece that I can have as a bar going from that post all the way over. Got some cross beams up, just got to cut off the excess. So I've probably spent maybe 2 hours trying to mess with these tarps. I mean, it's harder with one person, but just trying to get them taut and where I want them, and with the wind blowing it like you can see, it's just challenging. But I've kind of got it secured right now. Still haven't fully addressed that back corner. My main concern though right now is the roof of the more flat open space. Now it is slightly angled down that way, but I'm concerned that when it rains, it'll just collect up there and not run off. This side, as long as I don't weight it down too much with soil and stuff, which is why I'm going to use sticks, it should just run off because the tarp is at an angle. So we've got some of the sticks on. Starting to look good.
Yeah, that'll look real nice when we're done.
And we've started to kind of get this back corner figured out with the tarps. It's a bit of a mess, but
not the prettiest thing, but not bad.
So we've decided to take a break from shelter construction and start on a plot in the woods.
This is sort of the beginning phases of it. We'll weed it and we'll till it up a little bit more to make it look more like a plot.
But we're gonna transplant. We're not gonna like plant, normal seeds here. We're gonna transplant stuff from the woods. Right now the burdock is all really small, and so I think a lot of our crop will be burdock, which is edible. I think it's all edible, but the stems and the roots are what we're really after.
Yeah, it's one of the more palatable items out here.
So we got the plot raked out, and we've got some holes dug for some burdock. We got 27 holes for burdock right now, and starting to work on a fence.
Probably go a foot into the ground or so.
Yeah. All right, that is what we're after. Small little burdocks, and you can already see the taproot starting to form. But this is one that I just grabbed from the forest over there. Now I just need 26 more. This guy up with a worm on the side. All sorts of worms. So I got 18 little burdock. You can see that even though they're small, they still have quite the roots on them.
Yeah, I was waiting for that to happen.
What'd you break, the shovel?
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
Do you have that smaller shovel around?
I do, it's right there.
Do you have the thinner one, or was that back up at the
That's
barn?
back at the barn. But you're making progress on the fence.
Yeah. Haven't filled those in yet, but once we do, they should be pretty solid.
$18 burdock in the ground. They're looking good. Really liking this. And our fence is coming together too. We gotta watch out for our white pine, although we could always move it.
Yeah. Apparently the deer do not appreciate white pine in their turf.
Yeah, this one got nibbled on, and I can show you over there. Some of them got pulled up or something. So this is one of the places where we planted white pine. This one's okay, but there are two of them in here that I saw earlier were like dug up, which is weird. Yeah, here's one of them. Look at this. What the heck? All replanted. The other one that was dug up was just the closest one to this guy. And I don't know what the deal is. So this too kind of looks like it's been dug up, but it looks like there is like a deer track right there. So I don't know. I'm gonna replant this one too. So today we got the tarp on the shelter and have started to put some sticks. And we started work on our kind of forested garden plot. I think since the last clip, we've made some more progress on this. And we've got this spot around the tree kind of done. Obviously need to spend some serious time adding sticks. But it's definitely looking better. Here's kind of the view from the inside. Oh, that's great. This will be nice when it's done. A flame and some little twigs go a long way. There's a nice looking fire. Alright, no wild edibles today. We just got chicken noodle soup. Oh my gosh. I brought chicken noodle soup and we're gonna make chicken ramen. Yeah. Well, we'll start with just the ramen. Pro tip when making ramen with chicken in a can. Oh, this is really hard to do one-handed. Take your chicken, put a hole in the back so it drains easier. Take your chicken water, put it in your ramen water. So I think we're going to start with just a big thing of ramen with chicken, because I realized the soup that I brought was chicken noodle soup.
Oh, okay.
And this is pretty much chicken noodle soup. Feel like we accomplished something today?
I feel like we did. I mean, the crop plot's looking very nice. Definitely got some work done on the shelter. That's going to be a lot of busy work. It's just going to take a lot of time, but you gotta take a break with something you actually want to do every once in a while.
Yeah.